A 13,000 years UFO in space. Hello mga kalakwatsera. Familiar ka rin ba sa 13,000-year-old alien spacecraft na tinatawag na Black Knight Satellite? Black Knight Satellite conspiracy theory claims that there is a spacecraft in near polar orbit of the Earth that is of extraterrestrial origin and that NASA is engaged in a cover-up regarding its existence and origin. A photo taken during the STS-88 mission, claimed by some to show the Black Knight satellite, is catalogued by NASA as a photo of space debris, and the space journalist James Obeg considers it as a probable debris of a thermal blanket confirmed as a loss during the mission. Sino nga ba si James Edward Obeg, o mas kilala sa tawag na Jim Obeg? Born November 7, 1944, an American space journalist and historian. He had a 22-year career as a space engineer in NASA, specializing in orbital rendezvous. Obeg is an author of 10 books and more than 1,000 articles on space flight. He gave many explanations of UFO phenomena in the popular press. Pero saan nga ba nagmula ang Black Knight satellite? According to some UFO conspiracists, the Black Knight is an artificial satellite of extraterrestrial origin which has orbited Earth for approximately 13,000 years. The satellite story is most likely a conflation of several disconnected stories about various objects in their interpretations, all of them well documented independently and none using the term Black Knight upon their first publication. According to Senior Education Support of Officer Martina Redpath of Armagh Planetarium in Northern Ireland, Black Knight is a jumble of completely unrelated stories, reports of unusual science observations, authors promoting fringe ideas, classified spy satellites, and people overinterpreting photos. These ingredients have been chopped up, stirred together, and stewed on the internet to one rambling and inconsistent dollop of myth. The origin of the Black Knight legends is often retrospectively dated back to natural extraterrestrial, repeating sources supposedly heard during the 1899 radio experiments of Nikola Tesla, and long-delayed echoes first heard by amateur radio operator Jørgen Holst in Oslo, Norway in 1928. Brian Dunning of the Skeptoid podcast attributes Tesla's 1899 radio signals to pulsars which were not identified until 1968. In 1954, UFO researcher Donald Keyhoe told newspapers that the United States Air Force had reported that 2 satellites orbiting Earth had been detected. At that time, no country had the technology to launch a satellite. Skeptics had noted that Keyhoe had promoting a UFO book at that time, and the news stories were likely tongue-in-cheek and not intended to be taken seriously. At sino naman si Nikola Tesla? Nikola Tesla was a Serbian-American inventor, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, futurist who is best known for contribution the design of the modern alternating current electricity supply system. The Tesla transmissions. The first apparent part of this story begins with signals heard by Nikola Tesla, a brilliant Serbian inventor, and described by many thanks to his often eccentric behavior and opinions as a genuine mad scientist who spent most of his career in the USA. He was an electrical engineer and produced works which explored the idea of radio and wireless transmissions. In 1899, he reportedly intercepted a signal unlike any of the natural sources from Earth, such as electrical storms that he had already investigated in his experiments. Instead, he announced that regular signals must be coming from an intelligent outside source, potentially inhabitants of Mars. Tesla never claimed to have heard signals from satellite orbiting Earth. Today, there are those who say he was listening to a transmission from an orbiting satellite of unknown origin, later called by some the Black Knight. It is slightly more likely, though still very far from probable, that what was Tesla detected was not an orbiting satellite, but instead signals emitted from natural objects. Today, we know of some natural extraterrestrial repeating sources such as pulsars. These are fast-spinning neutron stars which emit a rhythmic signal. Maraming nagsasabi ng Black Knight satellite ay isang alien spacecraft set up more than 13,000 years old to spy humans. Yun lang po mga kalakotsera, at sana may natutunan po kayo sa ibinahagi kong ito about sa Black Knight satellite conspiracy theory.